Yo, what's up, guys? This is Why Not Be Reckless, aka Why Not Be Casting. I'm one of the HCS commentators, and we have another HCS Weekly Report where today we're going to be talking about the Charlotte 2023 kickoff major pools and find out where these players are going to, and when these teams are going to end up making it into that pro bracket. Who's going to come out on top? There's some crazy matchups here, and for the first time, I honestly think that we have, we don't have a pool of death. I feel like pool A and B are equally competitive with each other, the same as pool C and D. Like, I feel like it's going to be really tough for anybody to make it out, whether it's for the first seed, the second seed, or the third seed. It's going to be an absolute battle in each and every one of these pools. But let's get started with what we think is going to happen here with every single one. Pool A, starting with FaZe going up against Rebellion. I think people aren't going to give Rebellion enough credit for being able to come up with a strategy that might be able to slow down FaZe a bit. Like, people are gonna probably have this as like a 3-0 on land, and honestly, I don't think it's gonna be a 3-0. I think it'll be a 3-1, maybe even a 3-2, going towards FaZe still. But I feel like Rebellion are gonna be very competitive here, in a similar way that Na'Vi are gonna be competitive with FaZe. FaZe want to up the tempo. FaZe want to bully you. You know who else wanted to bully Na'Vi? Quadrant. And Na'Vi were able to beat them out in the winners bracket finals of the first qualifier and beat them out in the second qualifier to actually win it all, when Quadrant was supposed to be the most dominant team in EU. Na'Vi in tournament play were able to slow them down, able to get big wins on them. And like I said, including winning that final qualifier. I think both of these teams are going to be very competitive against FaZe. And in fact, I would even argue, I think it was Na'Vi that actually even took that old Sentinels roster, which had 3/4 of that FaZe roster, to a game 5, I want to say, during one of the pool play matches. So Na'Vi notoriously played the three-headed monster well, but I think FaZe beat him out. So I'll probably go 3-1 with both of these just to be safe, but I wouldn't be surprised if one of these ended up going to game 5 and I had to pick one, maybe the Rebellion matchup. Rebellion versus Na'Vi. This is actually gonna be good too. I think this is gonna be a really good matchup. I think people from North America are gonna say it's kind of similar. Rebellion should 3-0 them, and that's not gonna be the case. Na'Vi are good. Dude, Snipe Drone going over to Na'Vi, the man is slaying. If you make, I haven't seen as much of Na'Vi as I would like to, and I feel like Rebellion are going to be coming in very practiced. I mean, again, since 2 days after Worlds, Rebellion were putting in work. So I want to put a little bit more stock into Rebellion, but I'm not confident. I'll say Rebellion 3-2, but honestly, I'm honestly not confident. I think Na'Vi have the ability to win this out, really. So give me FaZe in first place, Na'Vi in third, Rebellion in second, literally in that order. But I'm honestly not confident in it. Pool B. Let's see. I want to see where Sentinels. So Sentinels ended up in top 12 in the first qualifier and top 8 in the second qualifier. Okay, much better than the second one. Optic Gaming 3-0 Sentinels. I think Optic Gaming have been looking a bit shaken. I think they're gonna go in go into scrims and practice with a newfound motivation to try to get back to the dominant roster that they've been time and time again. Again, back-to-back LAN champions, are world champions, and they did so in a dominant way. They've been shaken a little bit to where they haven't been as dominant. Obviously, FaZe have gotten the best of them, but I think other teams are starting to feel like they can find a weakness in Optic Gaming as well. They got Optic much more motivated going into these practices. They're going to grind leading into Charlotte, and I think going on to LAN, they 3-0 Sentinels. And it's, again, nothing against Sentinels whatsoever. I think Optic are going to be looking so much better than they have over the last couple of weeks. Which obviously is still good enough to get second place in both the qualifiers. They're still amazing. They're still incredible. Sentinels are a weird team where I think Sentinels are going to be really good. I think I put Sentinels and Native White almost in a similar category. I feel like they're gonna be really, really good, but they're such a weird team that I think it's just gonna take some time for them to keep scrimming together. Get a tournament or two under their belt. Do that film review. Find out what's the missing piece, and find out how do you fix it. They know how to practice. They know how to get better. They know how to get to that next step. But I feel like it's just gonna take some time. So I'm not high on Sentinels right now. I think Quadrant beat them out. We'll call it 3-2. We'll call it absolute slaughter. I think Sentinels are still a good team. I'm just not high on them on the first tournament. I think they need some time. So we'll say Optic Gaming in first, because I believe they'll 3-1 Quadrant. And to be honest, I think Quadrant have the ability to take it to a game 5 as well, but I'm just not ready to commit to that. I want to say it. If you're looking at my eye, I'm like, my eyes twitching. It's paining me to say that Quadrant don't take Optic to game 5, because I think they can. And I really want to say it, but I'll say 3-1. Say 3-1. So Optic come out first, Quadrant second, Sentinels third. And like I said, I really just think it's gonna take Sentinel some time, and it might be a little bit of a hot take because I'm looking through the rest of the pools, and I can't, like, there's no underdogs that I have coming out on top. I just don't. I'm sorry. So so I had to mix it a little bit. So in this case, I'm gonna go Quadrants to mix it up a little bit. Pool C. I think G1 come out on top. Them against Believe the Hype. I know Believe the Hype beat him out in one of the matchups. I believe in the first qualifier. Believe the Hype did get the best. I want to say took them going to game 5. I really like G1, and I will say I like this Believe the Hype squad. I like this Believe the Hype squad because I think a lot of people are going to say the same thing. Like, they're not proven on land. They're not proven on land, and I feel like they had all of season 1 to get the land jitters out. And I feel like going in, you want to prove everyone wrong. And I feel like that little chip on your shoulder is enough to really surprise some people. And so I hope Believe the Hype play amazing this tournament. I really do. I think Monster and Neurotical played well on complexity. They never reached the full potential that I thought they were going to reach, but I still think they played well going towards the tail end into Worlds. Precision has been great on land back in Gears of War. He's been a phenomenal player that we've seen as well. And Bone, by the way, got top 8 on Oxygen Esports on land at Worlds where it matters most. I'm saying these players did step it up going into Worlds when it really counts. So let's see what happens. They're a new team, and let's see if they're able to step it up. But I don't think they beat G1. I think G1 will 3-1 them. I don't see Luminosity beating them. I think Tapping Buttons got stolen off of that roster. Tapping Buttons got stolen off of that roster, and I think Believe the Hype win that out. I'll say 3-1 as well. So G1 first, Believe the Hype second, and Luminosity third. Native Red, Space Station Gaming, Divine Mind. I want to say Native Red come out on top so bad. I really do. I mean, they already have the better seed going in, but that really doesn't matter going into pool play. There's no competitive advantage whatsoever when you're actually in the pools. I feel like, I mean, they beat them on land. They beat Cloud9 on land. Like, why am I so hesitant to say it? Just say it. Just 3-letter word. Why yes? I'm gonna give respect to what Space Station Game were able to accomplish all season long, never dropping out of the grand final. So I'll say Space Station Gaming win it out game 5. Damn, I want to say Native Red so bad, man. I really do. I'll say Space Station Gaming come out game 5 over Native Red. Native Red sweep Divine Mind, and so we have first, second, and third, and if that's the case going in. Damn. I wanted to say it bad, And now my question is, so I believe what's gonna happen is, and I could be wrong, and I apologize. I should have looked this up before doing this video. I should have, but I didn't. I believe what's gonna happen is the first 2 teams are gonna make it into the winners bracket, going into pro bracket, and then the third team will go down to the elimination bracket and only have 1 chance. 1 loss and they're simply out. So this is gonna be a big deal. Like Navi and Rebellion, I had both of these teams, competitive for top 12, competing for top 8. Same thing with Sentinels and Quadrant. Like, you're talking about 4 teams that are really competitive, and 4 teams that are deserving of top 12 and top 8, and 2 of them are gonna start in the elimination bracket. That's tough. That's gonna kill one of these rosters. Like I said, I believe that's the case. I could be wrong, and if it is, I do apologize. But either way, pool play, definitely interesting one. Normally, there's always one pool of death that I'm like, dude, I can't figure out what the series are gonna be. In this one, I feel like pool A and pool B are just as competitive as each other. It's gonna be an absolute slaughter. And then pool C and pool D, I feel like Believe the Hype have the same chances of beating G1 as Data Red have the same chance of beating Space Station Gaming. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. But that's your HCS Weekly Report, guys. Thank you so much. Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. If I'm wrong, right, left, or whatever, engage with the video. It really helps the algorithm, and hoping that algorithm helps your boy. Also, make sure you guys check me out on Twitch, TikTok, all that good stuff. Love you guys so much. I will see some of you in Charlotte, and peace out. All right.